We wish to acknowledge the people of the Woiwurrung and Bunurong language groups of the Eastern Kulin Nations, on whose unceded lands we film our show. We respectfully recognise elders past and present. Welcome to the 6th episode of Season 9 of The Leak. On this week's episode of The Leak,
pour, oh pour the pirate sherry, fill, oh fill the pirate glass. To make us all depressed, we talk about the loss of the arts.
What? Why are you talking about pirates?
Well, we've had no theatre in over a year, so I've been rewatching the pro shot of Pirates of Penzance obsessively.
Well then, we talk about the poor wandering ones of the arts, whose livelihood hath been threatened by the scurvy government that hath sorely strayed. But we take heart of grace as thy steps are retraced, and the people of the arts continue to create.
We talk to the very model of a modern Major General, crew manager Weasle from Gig Power.
We check in with our neighbour ONIQ about cultural appropriation within the arts, TikTok and also K-pop.
For we must take of fleeting leisure and hail as a true ally, even if it be real problematic and needs some work.
You mean, even if it is a false one who hath deceived you?
By telling you it's fair as gold when really it's plain and old.
Welcome to The Leak.
Spoon.
Yes, for Spoonville. I saw a post about it.
Yeah, cute, but isn't Spoonville from September last year? I don't know if it's a thing anymore.
What? Ooh. Why does everything I love go away? Spoonville, the opera.
I'd hold your horses if I were you. Theatre's not going anywhere. A lot of theatre productions went online during lockdown, and with things opening up again, I wouldn't think it's going to die out anytime soon. I mean, there was even Shakespeare online. A couple of 100 years, a plague, and COVID couldn't stop his work.
Yeah, but you don't get the full experience online. What about music festivals? I mean, if they weren't cancelled, they went online.
Consider this, my friend. Music festival acts, PJs, getting high at home, no camping or getting groped by strangers in non-socially distanced mosh pits. May not be festival vibes, but it's not a bad consolation prize either.
Yeah, you make a fair point. What about your classier events? You definitely can't DIY Swan Lake or the Nutcracker or the other ones that I definitely know but can't list right now, so don't ask me.
Well, ballet just survived. People got behind them and donated millions just to keep something beautiful alive. You know, we've got our Oodies. Can't we just chill now?
Of course the community got behind them. They wouldn't get funding otherwise. The government doesn't care about the arts.
I'm pretty sure the government did some JobKeeper funding and payments for them.
Classic government. Looking out for the big guys. What about the little guys, huh?
Isn't there funding in regional theatre locations at the moment, like a recovery booster thing?
That's not enough funding. And by the way, in the June lockdown, a lot of small businesses didn't qualify for government grants to stay afloat. So there.
I know the government sucks. I'm just trying to make you feel better. Wait, this mood, this is just about Spoonville, isn't it?
Well, I suppose Judy can look after my spoon until ONIQ gets here.
Okay, I'm ready. Oh, quick.
So,
God, I'm so slow.
ONIQ!
Hi, humans. How are you doing?
Nick, you're always wearing the most glittery outfits.
It's great to see you. How are things? What are you doing?
I've been caught in a deep, dark TikTok rabbit hole, and I don't even know where I am anymore. Like, with the whole of social media. I feel this pressure to post constantly, and I don't know where to start. ONIQ, you know about arts and culture. Can you help us?
Yes, you know everything. Where do we start? With TikTok dances, we need some fresh content ASAP.
Look, you humans are visual storytellers and visual learners, right? So the best way to learn is by doing.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. 1, 2, and 3.
One and two and three and four.
Okay, I get it now, and I don't think my docs are into it. So, look, TikTok is everywhere, everyone is dancing, and it feels like it's changed the world, but I can't quite in a way that I can't quite put my finger on.
Look, it's changed so much, it will continue to evolve. You humans have done a great job here with this technology in the third dimension. Anyone with a smartphone can be a film director now. Love that.
And they can be a producer.
You're obsessed with technology.
So, hang on. If there's just this infinite amount of content being made all the time, how do you two choose what to watch?
I search a bit, stalk a bit, follow some crazy people, but just sometimes I just let it play and absentmindedly let in whatever it shows me.
Wait, what's going on? I watched one K-pop video 10 seconds ago, and now my entire feed is K-pop. Is this normal?
Oh my God, you love K-pop. The internet has commanded you to be obsessed with it now, and you know what dance you've got to do for your fans.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
What's happening? Can I just watch? I don't have to participate, do I?
This is history. Psy's Gangnam Style helped launch K-pop 10 years ago into mainstream airplay, and like the diva she is, K-pop never looked back.
Oh, wait. Am I watching, like, the original TikTok dance?
Wait. Is this cultural appropriation? Should I even be doing this dance?
Well-
You don't think I should be doing this dance? Okay, well, what about twerking? Because, like, I feel that this is bad.
Look. You need to have a good handle on what you're doing and why. We need respectful intent. We need empathy and awareness of all the contextual complexities. We were talking about this social media scheme you humans use, and what I see a lot of is this uninformed cherry picking of what's hot and what's not, especially from the white folk.
Even on TikTok?
You don't need to dig too deep to find people picking bits and pieces of culture to suit their image, cash flow, and clout.
Yeah. Blackfishing.
Black scenting.
See, you know it.
Yeah, blackfishing and black scenting. White people slipping into black personas effortlessly for gain.
Look, it's all inescapably tied to social politics, commercialization, power dynamics.
Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, and just all of their siblings, really.
And what about the Kansas City Chiefs and every other sporting club that uses mascots and war paint and costumes stolen from Indigenous culture?
I know this might sound like a bit of a jump, but Gwen Stefani.
Ooh, feels like I'm scrolling through TikTok in real life. Hit us with it.
Remember the Harajuku girls and the Love Angel Music Baby era? It was just like Gwen had this self-explorative awakening in Japan, and from 2004 onwards, she just had these 4 Japanese women called the Harajuku girls follow her everywhere, performing her video clips and on stage, and just were paid to appear and float around with her at public events with no voice, no agency.
So like humans as ornamental decorations.
Yes, an aesthetic entourage. Even now, Gwen still defends it by saying she just loves Japanese culture and wanted to share it. I'm glad she's giving credit to an image that wasn't her, but it was more the depictions, harmful depictions, and stereotypical depictions that kind of left me feeling a bit shooky.
How do we celebrate them without appropriating them?
Cultures are complex and constantly evolving, but just think about what story is being told and how it's being received.
Well, this has been the most dancing we've ever done at a DM and this table, but have we learnt something?
Maybe just that culture is this big, beautiful, infinite thing that's always changing. And if you love someone else's culture, try learning about it instead of trying it on to see how it fits.
Oh, that's the perfect caption for my next post.
Ooh.
Stay with us, because up next we'll have a table discussion with crew manager Weasle about live music. Hit it, guys!
Quick, quick.
What is it?
I've been dying to see this band ever since their shows got cancelled last year.
Well, they're not alone. Everything in the arts sector have basically had to be cancelled over 2020. While many jobs can be adapted to work from home, live performances just can't. Plus, many Australians that work within the arts and performing sector don't have a consistent, stable income.
JobKeeper was practically useless to most people in the arts and entertainment sector. Part of JobKeeper required workers to be employed within a business for over 12 months. Most people within the industry don't have that, even if you do work full-time.
Theatre Network Australia estimated that less than half of the creative workforce was eligible for JobKeeper, and that's not even counting all the staff that were let go during the pandemic.
Unfortunately, thanks to COVID, cuts are having to be made to save money, and for some reason, every time cuts get mentioned, the arts are always the first to go.
Some have been able to adapt and give back to the community. For instance, Sydney's Redline Productions had live stream shows for people to watch, with actors performing with one another over Zoom.
Finally, a Zoom meeting I don't want to sleep through.
Plus, some companies adapted in other ways, like TheatreWorks Glasshouse. When they reopened, they had audiences able to watch their production seated within a glass box, so they could enjoy the show and socially distance safely.
It's important to give back to the communities whose services you consume. Support or donate to local theatres, attend performances, go to art shows, live gigs, comedy shows, watch community TV. Wink.
A little on the nose, but exactly. It's underestimated what can bring us all together.
Step back in time to March 2020.
Ugh, pass.
Corona-safe border closures, social distancing and capacity limit measures are introduced, converting Australia's music and live event culture into cancelled culture, literally overnight.
That's right, $15 billion industry lost 90% of its revenue, predicted to recover well after 2024 due to hindered vaccination rollouts, travel restrictions and low business sentiment. To understand the impacts and future prospects for live music in Australia, further, we are joined by crew manager Weasle from Gig Power. Hey, welcome Weasle.
Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah, good.
Great,
How are you?
come in and take a seat.
Thank you.
Start with the first question. Ironically, during lockdown, the top album was Violent Soho's Everything Is A-OK, which clearly it wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How are you, Weasle, and how is Gig Power adapting to the pandemic?
It's been tough. It's been really tough. In actual fact, soul destroying. The day that it all happened, I've nicknamed Black Friday, which was the 13th of March. And as soon as the government announced that the Grand Prix was cancelled, by the end of the day, our full whiteboard, which had, 2 months worth of work penciled in on it, was empty. Looked like a blizzard had hit it.
So the industry received several $1 billion in core funding relief for crisis relief, JobMaker, JobKeeper, and business cash flow payments, just to name a few. So what effects have those cash injections actually had?
Okay, thankfully, JobKeeper helped out a number of our staff. Unfortunately, not all of our staff met the criteria to pick up those payments, which was unfortunate. But, you know, our main core of people, we managed to look after through JobKeeper. As far as the company itself, the sister company ProStage, any money going towards those companies, haven't seen a cent.
How has ending, I guess, the JobKeeper wage subsidy scheme impacted the industry recovery?
You know, we put the word out amongst our staff, speak to your state member, speak to your federal member, you know, whatever you can do, get the word out there that you guys are hurting, you know, because we're all hurting. What have the guys been doing? Whatever they can do. Got to feed the kids, got to keep the car on the road.
An Australian Creative Economy Task Force, Advisory Committee and Roadmap were established to reactivate live venues and events COVID safely. What other resources might be useful?
I said from day one that until everyone's vaccinated, then we're going to keep dealing with this.
We all miss moshing. What do you think gigs in the future are really going to look like, provided ideally we're all vaccinated?
When times are tough, be it financially, be it Mother Nature, you know, be it whatever, you put a show on and people just come. And there's 5,000, 10,000, 20,000.
75,000 at the G.
Yeah, 75,000 people banging on the door to get in because they want to see what you built.
Yeah.
You know, and that's cool.
Yeah. Well,
that's cool.
Hopefully the show goes on for you and your team. Thank you so much for joining us today and giving us an insight into the industry.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Welcome to the Arts Grant Assessors Training Academy. We had 20,000 applicants and we narrowed it down to the 5 of you based on your social media followers. Congratulations.
Apart from my snazzy social media presence, I also happen to have a PhD in arts history.
Good God, who says snazzy these days? You're cut!
You just hired me. You're firing me already?
No, what I did was invite you here, took up your time, gave you hope, and now I'm taking it away. And that is the one true purpose of arts grants. Let me explain this in a way that you can understand. You're gorgeous and great for business, my business specifically. Will you continue on this journey with me? I'm happy to keep pretending I love you for another round. Will you continue on this journey with me? I don't really know who you are, so whatever, have a rose. You can also have a rose too. I know you're desperate for it. And oh, I'm so sorry. Your social media game is so strong. And I wanted this to work out between us so bad. I'm just after like someone who doesn't use the word snazzy. Wow, what a drama queen. Some people just attract drama wherever they go. This is not a place for drama. Do you understand?
Well, I thought he brought me on specifically to specialise in the Performing Arts Grants Assessment team.
Are we still funding the performing arts?
Yes.
Can't people just watch sports stars and their tiny little shorts on the weekend and leave it at that?
Storytelling is everything. It's part of being human. It connects us and bonds us and lets us explore perspectives beyond our own.
I am so disappointed in you. How dare you be passionate about the arts? If you can't let that passion be stamped out of you, you'll never make it in the arts grants world.
Storytelling is the status quo. I'm telling you, humans have been telling stories for as long as humans have existed.
And this is where your story ends.
Ta-da. It's okay if we sit down. My leg's getting real shaky standing up.
Fill out these forms and have a seat.
One of these questions asks if, does anyone in my immediate family going back 6 generations have knee or hip problems?
Well, I can't have you injuring yourself as you sit down, can I? My God, how is this the brightest crop of potential arts grants assessors we could find?
What do my grandma's knobbly knees have to do with me sitting in a chair?
So you admit that your knobbly knees run in the family?
I admit getting old runs in the family.
Well, I really am sorry about this, but now that you've disclosed your grandma's knobbly knees, I'm gonna have to take this arts grants assessor training. Please place your rose on my desk and leave.
This is bullshit.
Well, just the two of you now. Have you ticked all the boxes in a way that means I can let you sit down?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck, I hope so. I want to sit down so bad.
Okay, this all looks in order. Take a seat and we'll crack on. One seat only. Good God, do you know how many more forms we need to fill out if you lied across the ground like that?
You're my friend, but it's so hard to compete against you like this. This is what it's like for every artist up against their peers. I'm sorry, I have to go.
Please.
Please, no!
Oh, don't leave. There needs to be competition to create devastation. The final needs to be both of you fighting over me. This is a fuck up. Well, it's you and me. You get the job.
You know what? I thought when I came here that you were going to teach me how to be a professional and ethical arts grant assessor. But as I stand here before you and look into your eyes and I look into my own heart, I realize there's no more roses in your hands. And the roses are all in my hands.
Oh, no.
Will you take one of these roses and help me support artists everywhere so we can all go being filled with television and films and theatre and music and exhibitions and reading books, even the ones that don't get made into movies?
Yeah.
Psych!
I've spent my whole life striving to break artists' hearts the way you've broken mine. I've trained you too well.
You're right. Thunderstruck is maybe a bit too hard for me to learn on the ukulele. And I don't know about you, Lakshmi, but I think it's time for a curtain call on today.
I'll say. Did you pick up all your band tees?
I did. I didn't realize I had so many. I just kind of got caught up in the moment, kind of like today.
I agree. I could listen to ONIQ and Weasle talk for hours more. I need to practice my TikTok dances for next time ONIQ comes.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can also learn some more dance moves for performances that are coming back after COVID. I really, really miss live theatre, and taking a break from watching people through a screen would be so nice.
Speaking of which, I got us the tickets.
Yay! Sweet! And remind me to check when Pirates of Penzance is next coming to Melbourne, and I'll book us tickets for that too.
We'll add it to our growing calendar reminders. And see.